It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Cafe studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free, 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And an angel gets her wings.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. This is the midday show. Our 9 a.m. show on Facebook went down because Facebook went down. It wasn't anything on our end. It was on the other end. And I think it had to do with being invited by 250 million people at the White House because the debate started about the stimulus. I don't even understand what the hell there is to debate. What color pen should we use to sign this thing?
It takes me back to the days of the signing of the Constitution.
Do you know that the president, when he signs stuff, he uses like 500 pens?
Because they give them away, right?
They give them away.
A letter and you give it away, and your signature and you give it away, and you give it away, and you give it away.
So if President Trump gives me a gives me a pen, I'm supposed to say, the president gave me this.
There you have it.
And then it runs out of ink, I just throw it away. What the hell, man?
Happy Friday to you.
So obviously we had Teddy on...
Teddy Unscripted.
Unscripted, and my chair has been moved. Okay. I'm off the set.
I do have to put a disclaimer out, though.
If you look over there, huh? Don't disclaim me.
Because it has to do with you.
What I do?
If you were getting strange texts from Freddie at 2:30 in the morning, I think you've been hacked.
Yeah.
You know, the first night I thought maybe you weren't sleeping, and I got this text that made no sense.
Yeah, but you didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything because I thought maybe you're just being strange.
Well,
I don't know why I was thinking that. And then again, it happened this morning at 2:30 in the morning. I got two of them, and I showed them to you, and you said they make no sense. They came from you. And now more and more people are texting you that they're getting them. The funny thing is no one's told you this because they think you send strange texts at 2:30 in the morning. But you're not.
I'm not.
So if you were getting a strange text from Freddie in the middle of the night, his phone has been hacked. He is working on fixing that. So just putting that out there because a lot of people that watch this know us. And it's not him being funny. It's really just not him doing it.
Well, it's funny because Larry and Ricky Siegel, which are the Sex Talk with the Siegel brothers, they're on the air with us tonight at 7 o'clock. Just text me and says, is there something you want to tell me? So I said, what are you talking about? He says, why are you sending me messages at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning?
Is it the same messages that are going out?
Yes.
It's the same verbiage.
Same verbiage.
So
it's going out. And I said to him, listen, I don't know what you're talking about, but I've been hacked. A lot of people are complaining now that there are messages. So if you receive a message, it ain't me. And if you get any pictures, I guarantee you it ain't me. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to wipe clean. I think I have an idea of where it's coming from, and I'm going to wipe clean my Facebook IM because I think that's where the virus.
You actually told me about that, I think, this morning or yesterday.
People were sending me, don't open. But because we're in the media business, it does get open, so I'm probably have to scrub it.
So interesting, because I didn't realize your phone could pick up a virus.
And these are supposed to be some of the most complicated text machines. The new iPhones are not supposed to be, but it's the programs now that they're putting the virus on, not the phone.
Interesting.
So if you scrub the program, you just have to start all over. So I will be doing that after the show.
There you have it. Happy Friday to you. You ready for the weekend?
Well, let me see. I got my pillow in place. I got my snack table. I got my drink table. And I got TV.
I want to know what you're going to watch over the weekend.
It's funny because a lot of people are saying, I can't stand being home. Yes, Linda, I scratched my nose. A lot of people are saying that they can't stand being home anymore. So there was a famous psychologist in his car on the news this morning explaining to people, when you are in the same house with somebody, it can get a little crazy for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is. So they advise you, go into a room and read a book. take a snack.
I got to ask you a question about that, though.
Right.
When you go into a room in your house, hypothetically speaking, do the people in your house follow you into that room, or do they remain in their separate quarters? Not if you're quarantined. I'm just wondering if perhaps you go to a room to read a book. Do those people then follow you in and say, what are you reading? What are you doing?
Hold on.
What are you watching?
Hold on.
Or do they leave you in peace to do what you would like to do?
Well, hold on.
Can we take a poll?
Hold on. The shrink said,
Yes.
you tell the person, I need some space. Now, that doesn't mean I don't care about you. It doesn't mean anything. It means I need some space, because when you deal with so much drama and trauma, you sort of short circuit your brain. And you need to go into a room by yourself and take a little chill pill. It could be by the pool. It could be in another room of the house if you don't have a pool. It could be in the closet for all like here with a light, with a flashlight. You could do that too. I've done that. Yep. The object of the game is that you want to decompress and reset. So if somebody's following you into another room, put up a sign, please do not enter, I'm decompressing. This is what the doctor was saying this morning.
I like that, because I do feel that way, and sometimes I find myself sitting at like my makeup table with a mask on and a light and people come in and talk to me. And they go, you don't want to talk to me. It's not that I don't want to talk, I just don't want to talk at that moment in time, because by the time you and I finally get home, at least for me, we've done this for so many hours. And what people don't realize is we are getting all the information disseminated to us through various outlets. It may not be the news, but it may be. People calling in, people video chatting in, other producers. The information comes in different levels, and it's a lot to synthesize and process. By the end of the day, sometimes you just want to say, I need a few minutes to decompress.
Well, the funny thing is that when I get home, everything that we talked about on the air, people now are texting me and saying, I love what you said, can we do more? Can we do this? So there's like 20, 30 people that are actually asking to do more. So the shows are working.
The shows are growing.
So the funny thing is, I can't wait for the next day when people want an answer that day. So Linda looks at me, she says, can you put your phone down? And I says, right now, it isn't that I want to say I can't, because I can, but I don't want to do that because I want to keep this momentum that we're trying to push. I want to keep it going.
Do you get anxiety texting all the time?
No.
Really? Because I find that, I want to ask our producers, that we do have a few of them in here. Sometimes I realize by the end of the day, it's my phone that's causing me the anxiety. It's the constant texting and the emails. And I must have 700 emails just on one of my email platforms. I have 4 email platforms. I have one that has 700. I've got another that has 900. And a lot of them I don't need. A lot of them are garbage. Things have been sent, things are coming in, all these people are here to help.
So delete all your email.
Well, think how much time that takes.
It's very simple. There's a button in there that says, do you want to delete all 11,675?
You can't delete them all at one time, though.
Yes, you can.
It tells me it's overloaded and I cannot.
I did it yesterday.
You did?
11,673.
Oh, so you're worse than me.
Yeah, because what happens is you eat the data.
Cookies, right?
I eat the cookies too. No, you don't eat cookies. You eat the data storage, and then you gotta buy more. So so I talked to Joe. He says, Dad, you got texts in here and emails from 2014. Get rid of all that.
Do you keep your texts on your computer?
Do I keep my texts on my computer?
Can people text you on your computer?
I have never done that.
I don't do that either. I have disabled that, and people want to know why, because I don't need my texts on all these different platforms. I only answer you one way. If I answer you, there are people I haven't even answered in 2 days. But I think about people a lot. I think
you think about people a lot.
I just don't get a chance to answer them until maybe the weekend. So please don't get offended. And I haven't even thanked everyone for all those amazing birthday wishes. When was my birthday? Tuesday?
Yeah.
Tuesday.
You should. I thank them on the air. Thank you very much, because there's so much going on right now. Now I am excited about some of the new things that we're working on. But it's funny. My son Gio, who's a brain whiz, he plays games with me on my phone. He invites me to shoot pool with him. So I have a pool game.
Really?
The funny thing, my nose is itchy. There's a bug or something here bugging me. The funny thing is, he doesn't send me instructions.
Wait, let me go back to that. Is that where that term came from?
What?
When someone's bugging you, is that because when a bug is bugging you, you're getting bugged?
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
There's a bug right on your ear at the moment.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it gone?
It's a little gnat.
Is it gone?
I'll let you know when it comes back. Or it's
Somebody get me the Raid. So I'm going to put Raid on my hat. So the funny thing is that these young kids, they send games. So I'm playing pool, sometimes I'm playing bowling, sometimes I'm playing baseball. So he sends them on this app that apparently he put on my phone.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, okay, how do you play this? So he's destroying me for like a day.
He's fine.
I don't even know how to play this stupid game. He says, Dad, it's really simple. Hit 2 buttons. Well, which 2 buttons, Gio?
I think your son is really funny, is all I can tell you.
So he says to me, I'm doing this to preoccupy your time. That's what he does.
Because you don't have enough things to do. But we have been working, people are working from home, and they're, in my opinion, I think when we get through all of this, we're going to see a change in where people are working from. I think more people are going to realize that they are actually able to do some more work from home. Maybe it's going to be more of a work-life balance. Maybe things are going to change, that you're able to do technology from home. But here's what I think is going to be the issue is a couple things. One is you may not get dressed, so you're going to be in your pajamas all day. Or 2 is you're going to need a designated spot in your home to say, this is where I work from, and then this is home. It maybe becomes your home office. Otherwise, you're either always working or you're always at home. There will be like no delineation right there between work and home.
Delineation?
Delineation between work and home.
Delineation.
Delineation.
I see. Well, we have to figure out what that means. But anyway.
A fine line.
Just say it, a fine line. What are you guys doing?
So did you notice the music is so much better?
Did you text?
No, I didn't. I had faith. The bottom word is you have faith. And it's all going to work out.
I says, if you don't shut it off, I'm going to give you faith.
No, it's all good.
The funny thing about that comment you made is that so many people are home right now that I don't think they're going to want to be home to work from.
But some people are learning that they can work from home.
Well, Amazon is now the biggest company in the world. And you shop everything on Amazon online. So all the big box businesses are going out of business because you can't compete with online.
That's going to be a whole issue. And people are going to realize, with the mall being closed, that they're able to still get some of the things they need. I did hear, though, Amazon is shutting down some of their non-essential shipping.
I also read that the virus lasts for 3 hours on cardboard. So what they want you to do, and this is just an opinion, you don't have to follow it, is when you get a package that's in cardboard, they open it up outside using gloves. I know, it sounds paranoid. I'm just telling you what they told me. Open it up outside using gloves and take the material out with your hands. And then again, put on another pair of gloves and get rid of the cardboard. You got 4 pair of gloves to open up the boxes. I'm just telling you what they told me. Because on paper goods, a virus, and you don't know where the stuff has been.
Let me ask you a question. When you go grocery shopping,
I don't.
How do you eat?
Linda does.
Okay, when Linda goes grocery shopping,
Yes.
Does she what?
Yeah. She uses gloves and her mask.
And then what? And it comes into your house, and then what?
And then now, because we got the plastic bag message, now we open it up in the garage. We take everything out and we dispose of the bags in a big bag.
And what about everything that's in the bags then?
We wash them with water.
What about paper goods?
Well, obviously you can't wash paper goods, but they're in plastic. You can clean it with alcohol.
So you're wiping everything down.
In my pocket, I got 4 alcohol wipes.
And that's only going to last you on 4 fingers.
And then I go to something else to sanitize, like a sanitize spray. I got stuff, man, that they're giving me all over the place.
I have to tell you something, though. There are people, and actually, I was talking to Teddy about this, and I want to call Linda Summers and see how she's doing. So I want to do that when we go to commercial break and see how she feels. She posted something, and we've talked. Actually, I should ask Dr. Dan about this. Maybe I can call Ann also at commercial break. That different blood types have different reactions to the coronavirus.
Yes, because viruses work that way anyway. The flu is the same thing.
So they're saying people with type A have a higher symptom.
No, let's not go there.
No.
But we don't know that.
Let me explain that. This was the study that said there were people that had type A blood that are showing more symptoms, stronger symptoms of the coronavirus.
Okay, but let me tell you why I'm not buying that. The data is still raw on that.
The data is still raw.
I saw that somebody who was 38 years of age with perfect health, run 6 miles a day, die of coronavirus. Then I saw an 87-year-old woman that lived and survived. So that being said, we don't have enough data to figure it out. What I'm looking at right now is how to get through. People who have had it and are now over it, I think that their blood is what we want to take a look at. Now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist. I leave that to the brains. The only thing I'm looking at right now is how we get from today to tomorrow. That's all. One day at a time, one step at a time.
And the other thing I want to clarify is at midnight, Boca Raton goes on shutdown?
Shut down for the weekend.
However, Boca Raton has been on this for days.
Yeah, but now it's official, they want you home.
It has been official for days. Fort Lauderdale, Broward County. I got the article on Sunday. It has been official for days. Nothing has changed except they're sending out the article again.
Nothing's changed, but we are going to pay attention and stay home.
That's all it is, but nothing's changing from the initial mandate.
We are staying home.
You can stay home.
No, we are staying, all of us.
Stay home.
And I'm going to tell you something. If I see you on the road, I'm calling somebody.
That means you're out also.
No, I'm going to have binoculars. I'm going to ask the DOC, you know those cameras that are all over the city?
Yes.
There's one right by your house. I'm going to tell them, take a look at this lady, make sure she stays home.
We're all staying home. Do everything you need to do while you're out today and stay home. Food is open. Grocery stores are open. They're putting things in place. I got an email from all the food delivery companies, and all the pickups that I go there are open. They are on limited hours, but they're open. There is food around. You know, I heard in Orlando they are limiting the amount of food you can buy.
I didn't hear that.
My brother's there, and now he's got a large family. He's got a blended family, so it's him, his girlfriend, her 2 kids, my brother's 2 kids. One has a girlfriend, so there's 7 people now living in my brother's house, and they're all teenagers and college age. They go to Publix, they can only buy 2 packages of chicken. That's not even one meal to feed 7 people.
I have not heard that.
He went, this is what happened. So now he goes with maybe my nephew and maybe his girlfriend, and they each can buy 2 packages of chicken. Costco also, 1 chicken per family has been allowed.
Okay, but is this every Costco or is it the region?
Well, my dad went to Costco yesterday morning in Broward County.
Senior hours?
He was allowed 1 chicken.
Really?
1.
I think maybe we'll make a phone call to find out.
So just be cognizant. He was allowed 1 chicken, and his aide took him. She was allowed 1 chicken to take home to her family.
Well, I'm going to tell you what's happening. I'm going to tell you why they're doing this. This is, again, a reaction to what we're doing. We have decided to buy everything because the apocalypse is upon us. Yesterday was a day of panic. I have never seen so many people panicking. They were buying things they never do.
Well, someone just came in to tell us. Aldi's has some food, Publix does not.
So they're buying cans of guacamole, and the people don't even like guacamole, and they're buying it just to buy it.
Think about that.
I mean, what the hell, man? Slow it down.
I had a bug flying around your ear.
I do?
Other side.
That's dinner. Did I catch it?
Eat that bug. It may bug you some more.
I don't understand what's wrong with this bug. And the seats don't want this ear. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I have to ask, a non-essential, if that fly gets in my ear and I got to go to ER to replace it, they're going to say, I'm sorry, we can't help you.
They're going to help you.
They're not. It's not essential. It'll even living in my ear until this thing blows over.
Doctors' offices are doing some things. I have to tell you, telemedicine is actually becoming bigger and bigger. And Chuck's office.
It's the wave of the future.
They had, I don't know if you saw, they had a segment on WPTV yesterday on The Office, and they've done over 150, I think, telemedicine visits this week alone. This is, congratulations. It's becoming really a new wave of, it's been around for a long time. Just like Gio said, the internet was created for certain reasons, and here we are using it. Telemedicine was created for certain reasons. But we have the capabilities now to imagine if this were 20 years ago, we wouldn't have the ability. Thank you for sending it my way. We wouldn't have the ability to do what we're doing. It would be a much different situation.
This is what happens, Dawn.
Why'd you send me the bug?
This is what happens when you open the gate.
I had to. I had to open
so there you have it. And every time she opens the bay door, this is what goes on. This is what I tell you. Don't open the bay door.
But doesn't it have a much better feeling here right now?
Yeah, I'm surrounded by gnats.
Gnat.
A what?
Gnat.
It's gnats.
Spell it.
G-N-A-T-S.
Gnat.
It's not gnats. The G is silent. It's gnats. When I used to pitch in the day in Florida and Puerto Rico, in the hot climate, the stadiums used to be full of gnats. It was the worst thing in the world. You ever drive across Florida and the love bugs squash on your windshield?
Yes.
Or try that on a motorcycle. And you get your
Gets
teeth.
in teeth.
You gotta wear a whole helmet or something.
Mic drop. As they call it, a wand drop. Give us a call. Let us know. Give us some fun tips. We had Florida Love Show on this morning. We had Leslie Carmen from Carmen Care Cell Rejuvenation and Wellness Center on this morning. We're going to share that out. Facebook went down. But you know what? It's about imagining a world with love. This was my take on it. Imagine a world with a pandemic of love and kindness and hope. This morning I was thinking of the girls from Kids in Capes. Their show was on last night. Peace, love, and kindness. Isn't that what it's about? Imagine going back to being in kindergarten, first grade, second grade, and just being happy and drawing hearts and sidewalk chalk and having some fun.
Well, I got a text about that because a lot of people are saying how to try to have this conversation with people in the hospitals. Try to have this conversation with people. You know, my sister texts me. She says, I saw your show and I love and appreciate it. He says, but Freddie, right now, if you go to Elmsford in Queens, which we know people there, it's really difficult to have a conversation about that right now because they are in the midst of this thing. They are doing everything possibly, humanly possible,
To stay out
and it is tough. But again, what I told my sister is, listen, you got to go in there. They're staying at the Four Seasons, the doctors from that place, because they don't want to go home. We just got to keep going, man. You got to fight the fight. And I appreciate everything that's going on in Queens right now. New York City, listen, I bleed New York. I'm a New Yorker. And I feel helpless that I can't do enough. I can understand that feel. But changing that frequency, trying hard to get to that next frequency is that love message you're sending. We got to do more of that. We got to get there. We got to get there because if you don't and you go backwards, it's going to get worse.
Remember 9/11?
How can I forget I was there?
You were there. New York again, the epicenter. The outpouring of love and the United States flags that everyone went out. They started putting on their windows. It was a time where the whole nation, we all came together as one. And here we are, many years later, going through the same thing.
Now, you were here when 9/11 happened. Do you know, I gotta tell you, when 9/11 happened, I went down with shovels. I wanted to dig. I went down with a friend of mine. And he was a big guy. He was a muscle building guy, and he walked in with two shovels, and they let him through. It was called Camp City on the West Side Highway. And you had to. I made it through the first 2 camps, and there was 4 more, and they sent me home. I wasn't strong enough. I was this. I was that age, whatever it was, and they sent me home, and I felt really dejected because I couldn't get there. I couldn't do more. And then I got home, and when I came to Florida, I hear the stories about how you guys saw what was going on TV. Do you know, until that moment of time, I didn't even realize that the world was watching. I didn't even realize how much stuff was coming in from all over the world. There was trucks everywhere. There was stuff coming in there, man. I've never seen anything like that. People that I work with were missing. And it wasn't until I sat down one day and I talked to people here in Florida like you, and people tell me what you guys went through here. And I was floored about everything, all the love that pumped into that state, into that city. That little boy who gave his badge to the president, remember? All of that stuff, the games, the baseball games, when the Mets won on a heroic home run. I mean, it's just wild, man. It was the wildest ride. And then I look around now, and I say, we need that again. We need it to the level, because this affects everybody.
Somehow, over the past almost 20 years, we forgot what it's like to love each other.
Well,
right?
we got another message, right?
We stood strong for a long time as a nation, as a world, and then somehow, whatever took over, and here we are with a message
Did it
again.
unite people here in Florida?
Yes.
It did. You know, that's the first time I ever heard that.
I mean, I remember going out. My kids were little, and things you always remember. You always remember where you were when John Lennon died. You remember where you were when Elvis died. You remember where you were when the towers went down. And everyone went out. It was an outpouring of getting flags. That was the only thing. The flags went on your window. You know, they would clip on the top of the window, like you do for football games. Everyone had an American flag down here.
I didn't realize
And
that.
South Florida, we're like the 8th borough. We laugh and tease, but everyone knew somebody in New York.
I didn't realize that. I remember the day after, or during the couple of days after, a friend of mine, Chris, worked for the water company, and they shut down the water because there was another threat, and I'll never forget that. And I was taking care of kids from my football team because their parents were all first responders, and I had a whole house full of kids, and we're in the front, and it was the eeriest thing. There was no traffic, there were no planes, there was no water, there was nothing. And we just sat there and everybody looked around and said, this is really eerie. But this is the first time I never knew how it affected anybody. I've never asked.
But the nation came together. And
Yes.
you know what? We are coming together again, and we got through it. Were there horrible deaths? Absolutely. Were families affected and things will never be the same? 100%. Did we come together and grow stronger? Yeah. Will we do that again? We will. With
about
some
time.
faith, some hope, and some love, we will come together. That's why the Florida Love Show, it airs today at 3 o'clock, is so spectacular. While the resources we have in our community are so incredible. When we get back from commercial break, I know you have an all-call to try and help feed those who are on the front lines.
Yeah.
And as you want to feed everyone on the front lines, I want to help feed these kids that aren't in school. I don't know if this is true or not, but I don't know how long
It's
school
still
lunches
going.
are going to be provided.
I read it. I just read it. School
So-
lunches are still, the program is still going.
So see what's going with that. See how we can help. If you have extra food, maybe there's a way to donate it. See what we can do to come together as a local community. Our number is 888-994-4995. Give us a call right in. If you want to come on through video, we'll give you that capability as well. Stay tuned, and we will be right back. If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
Does your business Moby Pop? A new way to grow your business. Using a simple keyword, drive customers right to you with just a click. Customers will receive your personalized digital business card within seconds with all your contact information in one place, including a gallery of photos, videos, and clear call to action that drives sales. Promote your products and services, or share a hot new listing with custom event pages and RSVP form, boosting qualified leads. Special offers and promotions are directly sent to your potential customers' phones with text campaigns, increasing foot traffic and creating a loyal following. Let MobiPop drive your marketing campaign. Focus on your business. Let MobiPop focus on growing it.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You know what I want to get?
What?
I want to get a coquito bell. Ding, 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 ding,
Speaking of
ding,
which,
ding,
can't we
ding.
drink coquito in March? Or
Where's
is
the
it not
range?
allowed?
What do you mean? There's no rules to when you can drink coquito.
So
People
why don't we have
make
any?
it because they only make it for the holiday.
Why?
I don't know. Are we going to be celebrating Christmas in July? When are we doing
As
Christmas?
a matter of fact,
Yeah,
in
matter of
2
fact.
weeks we celebrate Passover and Easter. So instead of doing Christmas and Hanukkah, I think we go right into Passover and Easter. And you know, we celebrate that with as much joy and love and hope as we can, because that is the goal.
Okay.
I want to get a big calendar and start crossing off the days until we get to whatever holiday people celebrate. And if you don't celebrate a holiday, pick a day and look forward to that. Right? It doesn't have to be a holiday. It can just be a day. Every
Okay.
day should be a holiday. Isn't that a song?
The funny thing is,
Mary Poppins, maybe?
no. So funny thing is that people are texting me while I'm on the air, and I'm asking them because I just scrubbed my phone, and I'm saying, listen, it's just a phone number now. I don't know who it is, and they're saying things like, really, come on, are you kidding me? No, I'm not kidding you. I'm telling you, I just scrubbed my phone, so whoever you are, please identify so I can say
If you text
hi.
Freddie, say, hi, this is. You could really mess with Freddie.
Don't
and
mess
make up
with
a name
Well,
because he's got
stop.
to save it.
Don't, really?
Does anyone mess with you at home?
Yeah, all the time. This is like a constant
You know,
thing.
when I'm home and my husband, he's a little OCD, so.
A little.
So what do you do when someone's OCD and you want to have some fun and you're
You
in quarantine?
OCD him.
When he lines up his coins, I just go around the dresser and I mess them up.
He lines up his coins.
Yes, by quarters, by the appropriate coin that it is.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh. So just for fun, guys, see what you can do. Just mess them up a little bit. See what
Is
happens.
Teddy OCD?
No,
I think she is.
I don't think so.
I think so. I see her put her
but
phone.
the things you could do, you leave shoes out. You could just mess with people. Just have a good time.
Why? Does he pile his shoes up?
No, he's OCD. I
What's
do.
that?
I leave shoes in one corner.
And where does he put his shoes?
Oh, everything gets put away. We actually now in the laundry room we have a hamper and we have a bag for dry cleaning. So when he gets home, he changes in the laundry room because I don't want the clothes coming into the house. He works in healthcare. He works in nursing homes. And he wears his medical coat over it. And I said, those need to go to the dry cleaners and the scrubs and everything need to go right into the next step will be they need to go right into the washing machine and turned on every day.
Does he put the labels sticking out in the cupboards?
No, he doesn't open the cupboards.
But if he did, does he ever organize the cupboards?
No.
Really?
It's mostly his things.
I know somebody, when they organize them by height and labels out.
You know what? We should do that. We should. I want everyone to do.
No,
the
we're not
cupboard-
gonna do that.
I
We're
wanna
gonna
do
stay
the-
away from that.
I want to do the cupboard challenge. Take a picture of your cupboard and let's put it up on Monday. And I'll take one of mine. And mine looks like exactly like you would think it would. Everything is just stuck wherever there might be a place for it to stick. The oils, they all used to be organized. Now I just open it up and I put it in my refrigerator. Same thing. See how organized you really can be.
Are
over
you
the weekend.
organized?
In my mind.
In your mind? That
But I
would
have
be.
to do things when I think about them to do it.
Now listen, since we're having some fun today, I saw on the news today what we call the dawn spot.
Uh-oh. Oh, geez.
So there's this little girl in England, and Teddy, if you can find it, let me know. There's this little girl in England who just found out that because of the virus, they can't get takeout. She's adorable. She's maybe 2 or 3. She's 3 or 4 years old. And she's crying hysterically because the mother says to her, we can't have Chinese takeout because of the virus. So she's crying. And then she stops. You mean we can't have no pizza delivery? No. Ah! And she's crying again. So the mother says, now you have to stay home and eat mama's cooking. and Linda and I are sitting there, we're dying this morning. And I look at Linda, she says, that could be a Dawn commercial, because you always say you don't cook, right?
Don't cook.
So I want to see if I find it, because it reminds me, if she would have said, this is Dawn, and now you have to sit home and eat my cooking.
Well, here's what I'm thinking, right? Because I've got a few meals left for my food delivery on Monday. That'll take me through tonight once we all eat. But now I'm thinking about Saturday and Sunday. But if I stop at another meal prep place on my way home from here tonight or tomorrow morning, I get enough to carry me through the next Monday delivery order.
You see, now you told people to mess with me. Now people are asking me, who's this? Not cool. Not cool.
In your house, are your papers organized in piles like when your mail comes in?
Oh, no. We take once a month to unorganize the mail.
And how long does it take you?
About 18 hours. I don't do it. I'm not allowed to touch it.
So
Linda
what
does
about
it.
when you open the mail? Are there piles or is it just one lump
Piles.
of stuff?
Piles and piles and piles.
Do they make sense, your piles?
I don't know. I get to throw them out in the bin.
So you don't even know what's in your piles?
No. I said to Linda, listen, if it's important, it'll send it again.
See, I make big piles. So my piles may go from here to here, 3 months worth
That's
of stuff.
not a big pile.
But they're organized
That's
piles.
not a big pile.
Chuck will take piles, and he may take the same stack, but he'll make 5 piles out of the same stack.
You see this
And he
way-
takes the whole counter. I don't like things
see this
across my
warehouse?
counter. Yeah.
That's my pile.
We're pretty organized. You notice we've got drawers and everything in here, and
What I mean organized? You put things everywhere. We can't find nothing.
just ask me. I know exactly
No,
what
you
it
don't.
is.
When we were going to do the deal at the Meisner Park, we needed the ties.
Ask Teddy where they were, though.
They were in that room.
They were packed away. She opened up the bag, and I had already put them in a bag.
The problem is that when Dawn is organized, all of us we don't know what she does. So now you'll see all the producers line up, and they'll go, okay, if I'm Dawn, where would I have put this? And they go there and they find it.
Do you know that's the thing? And I actually say that to myself sometimes. If I knew because I have thyroid disease, so sometimes when my thyroid goes wonky, I forget things. I call it like thyroid brain. So in my mind, I think, okay, if I were me, where would I put something so if I forget, I'm going to find it? And I go through this. Like yesterday, I was working out, and I had just done a set of chest. Right, so the weights were there in the room somewhere. I couldn't find the other weight. So in my mind, I'm thinking, where could the weight go? I look under my towel, I look under my papers, I look under everything. So then I think, I can't believe I'm actually sharing this story.
I can't believe you are either.
If I say to someone, I can't find my weight, and they're going to come in, they're going to say, where would Dawn put the other weight? So
A weight?
A weight.
A 5-pound weight?
Yes.
And you can't find it?
Couldn't find it. So I got on the floor, and if I were a dog, where would I look at a different point of view? They're laughing in there, by the way.
Somebody's at the door.
And I guess they ordered lunch. And it was on the floor under the weight machine. That's all I can tell you.
So let me get this right. You lost...
Oh, wait, but I found it.
Your
I guess Teddy
5-foot
was
weight.
hungry, yes.
You lost a 5-foot weight.
5 pound.
A 5-pound
Found
weight.
it.
And you finally found it.
Yes.
And you misplaced it.
I must have rolled. But this is what happens when you're, trying to decompress. You just never know what's going to come your way.
You see, I'd rather just not decompress. I tell Linda says to me, do you know where this is? No. Do you know what you did with it? No. But I know where her stuff is. Like I watch where she puts her phone because she's going to lose it. She had a bandana and glasses on her head. She couldn't find the glasses. This went on for 2 days. 2 days. That's just, okay. So now I've learned not to sweat the small stuff.
Maybe that's the takeaway. We don't sweat the small stuff. You kind of laugh at yourself and say, you know what? This is the worst that should happen to me. Right?
I forgot to put out the recycle this morning. It just dawned on me right now. No pun intended. It just dawned on me. I forgot, and Linda, if you're watching, we forgot to put the recyclables out.
I don't know. Put it on next week.
Yeah, but I had a lot of cardboard because I'm trying to confine the cardboard in its own quarantine mess.
Why do you have a lot of cardboard?
Well, because we had a lot of mail. You talk about, you got a lot of things to do with your mail, and we had food delivered and food bought and a lot of cardboard. And now they want me to restrict it to the corner.
You got to wipe it all down. Do what you got to do.
I sprayed it all down. I used a new thing. I put Raid on it because I read on there that is antiviral, anti-everything.
If anyone is looking for Thieves Cleaner, it is considered to be antiviral
Thieves?
and antibacterial.
Okay.
Thieves, yes. I actually have it I sound like Anne, in a spray bottle over there. There's Thieves in there mixed with water. I wonder if you mix it with witch hazel as well. It's supposed to kill. I'm really trying to do this with non-chemicals to do what we can do.
Well, we had some delivered to us from...
We had the alkaline water from Healing Moments.
Healing
was
Moments.
delivered today, 2.5. Not to drink, but to clean and disinfect with. So everything gets sprayed down here as well. And I have to tell you, it feels a whole lot better in here without all the chemicals. Who's talking to you now? Are they telling you who they are? Because
They're messing with me. You're encouraging people. Listen, whoever you are, hello, and I'm sorry, but whoever you are,
They're
hello.
still not telling you who it is?
No, now they're messing with me. Well, they want me to prove who I am. That's really great. Thank you very much. This is what happens when you scrub your phone. And Troy, yes, I love you too, Troy. And the name is not Fred. Fred is my uncle. I am Freddie, not Fred. I can't stand Fred.
They're messing with you, huh?
They're messing with me. But say hello to Troy. Troy's in Pennsylvania, isn't it?
Troy is in one of the Carolinas.
Is he? He got closer to Florida.
He's in one of the
I
Carolinas.
thought he was in Pennsylvania.
You know, but people are writing in and people are texting that they're happy we're still on and we're spreading some humor. We would love to hear from you. If you have video capabilities, we want to get that information to you. But just pick up the phone, call us and say hi. 888-994-4995. The mental aspect of this, if God willing, the majority of people are healthy and you and your families are staying healthy and safe, it's what's going on in our mindset that's changing things. It's running down that rabbit hole. I feel like Alice in Wonderland. You go down the rabbit hole.
Now you're using my lines. Running down the rabbit hole, in the soup. All of a sudden it's okay?
In the
Your
soup.
vocabulary is getting bigger?
Rabbit soup. That's all I can tell you. But that's what's changing. And Felice Meekin, there's a lot of mindset. There's a lot of meditations and motivational pieces out on social media right now. Link into one that resonates with you. Leslie did one today on Psy-K about just being calm.
You know, it's really funny because we've been doing this for years. The videos part of it.
Yes.
And we've been delivering message because video is better than audio. You got to be really, really good in today's society to deliver a winner on audio. I mean, we do radio, we do Roku, we do all these different platforms, and you have to be good on its delivery. So if you have a product and you can be the best because you know your product better than anybody else, you have to be able to deliver it. Video lets you cheat a little bit. You're a good-looking person. People are going to pay a little longer attention. Doesn't mean they're going to stay on forever. It means that you have somebody's attention, which is all you can ask for when you have a business, right? McDonald's doesn't sell 25 billion hamburgers a year because, and that may be a day, because they're not seen, the commercials. Do you remember Ronald McDonald, the clown?
Of course.
Do you know that was a runoff from Bozo the Clown? Do you remember Bozo the Clown? You do?
Sure.
Bozo and Ronald, remember the cop? What was the name of the cop on Ronald McDonald's, on McDonald's?
The Hamburglar.
That was the thief.
That was the thief. There was a cop too? I don't know. Remember the Hamburglar?
Well, if you remember the name of the cop, let us know. We'll buy you a burger.
888-994-4995.
But it's all of this imagery. So I just want to announce that we got Slick on, and Slick did his show yesterday, but we have Slick on. We are going to open up the network, brought to you by AMC. That's going to be our new channel. The network is going to allow you to do your stuff remotely or in studio when it opens up again, to put your product out there. And we are actually going to teach you. Stop looking at me. What am I getting? What do I got? A bug?
Nothing. I'm just looking at you.
No, you're not. You're looking over my shoulder because I have a wire, I got bugs, I got something. We're going to open it up so that we're going to have interns and producers come in here, and we'll try to get a grant going in this direction for that channel. But I want to open up a new channel. The new norm is going to be you have to do more than one thing to get your business off the ground. It's just not going to be enough anymore to go by word of mouth. It's not going to be enough just to put in an ad, which might work for a little bit. You're going to have to be
multimedia.
And you're going to have to be louder than the consequences around you right now. So that I look at Leslie with Carmen Laser, and she has a detox for stress. I think that's phenomenal. Why isn't she in every senior home, every hospital, helping people detox for stress? Oh no, let's just drink stress. I think that's a better alternative. Come on. And it's out there, but nobody knows.
You know, what she does is so unique and so alternative that it's not the norm, it's not the mainstay. But whatever the norm and the mainstay is, there's a place for that. But you know what, there might be a place in your life for things that are a little unconventional. When I was a kid, and of course you're going to say, of course it was. I was in elementary school, and they sprayed the grass, they sprayed the yard at the school with whatever they sprayed to kill bugs and weeds and everything. I got so violently ill.
Really?
No one else got sick in the whole school, but me, of course.
Of course.
Right? And I don't know, maybe I was like 8 or 10 years old. When I went to Leslie for the first time 3 years ago, she found that same product when she did the muscle testing with me to detox.
I remember when she did that.
And I got sick again as she detoxed me from it. It took a long time, longer than most, for me to get over that because I probably didn't drink enough clean water to get it out of my body. But this chemical stayed in my body all of these years.
Hold on, you didn't drink enough clean water? What are you talking about?
Water. You know, I didn't drink enough water after
What, are you drinking sewer water?
Well, I guess I didn't drink enough water.
You didn't drink enough water. Don't say clean water.
I was thinking about the Kangen water, the alkaline water, but I didn't drink enough water to flush the toxins out of me as fast as I should have.
As much water as you drank?
You know, when you're holding on to toxin for that many years and constant exposure of all these pesticides and things, it builds up. So in my mind, I'm wondering if different viruses and different bacterias that we all walk around with every day and we're exposed to, including flus and colds, if there's a way to detox some of this from our body, it keeps our immune system stronger. Once we get it out and we build up our immune systems, then maybe we'd be a healthier nation.
Do you drink beer?
No.
It has water.
It has yeast.
Yeah, forgot about that. But it has water.
You sound like my mother.
Your mother and I are in the same brain.
That's what she says about wine and alcohol.
I know, because it detox you.
She says you just drink. It doesn't say what to drink. You know, all these mandates came down, not mandates, but suggestions about drinking every 15 minutes. She goes, I'm on my second bottle of wine. My sister sent me something about when the Depression came out and Prohibition. People were drinking. Good thing alcohol is still legal.
Depression and Prohibition came out at the same time?
So she was telling
So
me.
they got depressed because there was no more booze?
The Depression with the economy and
Created-
Prohibition.
That's strange.
Right?
Okay.
I know, my sister has these things in her head. You learn a lot of different things about people when they text you and they've got a little bit more time to do these things.
Well, you're going to have a lot bit more time at home, so you have to find creative ways of making yourself stay sane. Because what happens is if you stay home, you get stir crazy, then you start doing some really silly stuff like going outside.
But online school starts at Monday, at least for Broward County.
Yeah, but that
Teachers-
doesn't help adults. That helps the kids.
It's helping, I got to tell you, I think it's helping the teachers. And you know how we always talk about how teachers, they're underpaid, they're working so hard. Ted Hutchinson does an amazing thing with Roots and Wings. I think there's going to be an influx of people going back to the education system after this.
You mean to online?
No, I think to become teachers, because through this all, teachers still have their jobs.
What I would do, especially as we get back to normal with this thing when we do, is that I would offer online classes 1 day a week when everything is back to its full deal.
That's what people are doing with their free time. I'm thinking over the weekend, because I'm going to have so much free time, not. But in my mind, I'm going to have so much free time of going through an online class to learn some things that I talked to Teddy about over the weekend that she didn't know how to do, and I don't know anyone that knows how to do what I want to do. So I'm going to go and try and find some courses to do it. Yale University is
The hell
offering a free
what are you
course.
going to do? What are you going to do?
I want
You
to
going to
learn
learn how to cook?
No, because I figured a workaround on that. You have to play towards your strengths, and I think you always have to play
What
towards
is your strength?
strengths.
Losing a barbell? What's your strength?
My strengths is what we do on how we bring people forward to share ideas and be creative.
That got Slick's attention.
No, you guys might get a call in.
Okay, we might.
We might get a call in? Or we're going to get a call in?
He's certain we are going to get a call in. All right. I think you have to play towards your strengths, and as a team and as a community, a collective community, everyone has their strengths and their resources. If you come together as a team, listen, cooking for me, it's not my thing. It takes time. I don't like cleaning up. I don't like the whole prep work. I'd rather bring in a team to do that to save my time to do something else. So what I'd like to learn how to do is be a grant writer, because we've talked about this for a long time. I've got a lot of ideas.
This weekend you're going to learn how to be a grant writer?
Yes, I'm going
Over
to
the
start.
weekend?
I'm going to start.
Well,
I
you
don't
have
know
to,
how.
you have the brains.
I don't know how, but
You're
I
going to learn
want
this
to
in a
learn.
weekend.
I'm going to try.
It's pretty good.
I'm going to try.
Me, I'm going to learn how to eat potato chips from my left hand.
You're going to find a really good movie. You're going to edit another piece. There's going to be things that you're going to do. But in the meantime, while people are doing what they want to do, we've had these ideas for years of things that we want to do here in the studio, things that we want to grow, networks we want to grow, to pay our interns, to do some things that we want to do. And I want to learn. Ian told us there are different grants and loans that are out there.
Yes.
To me, it's going to give me a stomachache just the thought of all this paperwork and reading. But you know what? You got to get out of your comfort zone to grow.
You know, you have nervous energy.
Have you noticed?
Yes.
Have you noticed yesterday I walked around and I cleaned this place up and I haven't stopped talking?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're like the Energizer Bunny.
And I used to be shy.
And you used to be shy. She had nothing to say. You know, it's really funny. I think about things now and I feel really silly because I want to have 12 boxes and everybody play an instrument and try to coordinate it so it sounds like a song.
I would just like to have 12 people call in, including our crew that doesn't seem to understand our video platform is a video
They're all
platform.
panic. And that's another thing. What's wrong with the crew that they don't call in? Are they panicky? What's
They're
wrong?
laughing. They think we want them here.
I didn't say, first of all, I don't want you here. I want you there. On the screen, you call a number, we give you a number, you call in. Hector was the only one that did it.
I know.
Why? They're quarantining their computers?
They're quarantining themselves. Computer quarantine.
Computer quarantine. Look, my finger's stuck. I can't push the keys because it's quarantined.
I don't know what to
Now,
tell you.
tonight's shows that we're going to have on social media and we're going to have also on the radio, we send out the instructions. And right away, some people said, is this for tonight? I am not ready to do this tonight. No, this is for next week. So all you have to do is turn your computer on and follow the instructions.
But I have to tell you, do you know how the government, we came down, every day there's a little bit more and more restrictions. If they had come in 2 weeks ago and said,
Shut it
As
down.
of midnight, we're shutting it down. Mass hysteria,
Hysteria,
would have broken out,
of
right?
course.
But every day, if they do a little bit more to get you ready, a little bit more, should we have quarantined people a little bit sooner? Probably. But if we had done that, people weren't listening anyway.
That's why I went to the movies.
That's how I send out the information
I went
to
to
our
the
hosts.
movies. And you said to me, no, don't do that. I went to the movies.
But that's exactly how I send the information out to our hosts.
How?
Here's
Little
the
by
code,
little?
little by little.
Yeah.
Please check your computer connection. Please check if you have an Ethernet cord, because if you send someone 20 instructions at once, they're going to get through probably 2, maybe 3, and go, oh, I can't do this. It's overwhelming. But a little bit at a time, it's a little bit of success. You get through the first step, you get success. The second step, even more. By the third step, you got it. Make sense?
No.
There was
I
something
think
else
you
in my
should get
mind
it-
that I was thinking about, but
I think you
forgot
should
what
get it
was.
right the first time.
I lost my train of thought.
Is that what it is?
Let's go to commercial break. Switch
Let's
over to
do
1
that
o'clock
because
hour.
you make me nervous. I am petrified here.
Thankfully, I did not eat before we went on this show because I got energy again. Never eat before you go on air is what I've decided.
You have this nervous energy coming off of you.
Because you and I bartered. I wrote up letters and you got me a cup of coffee.
It's not that. I'm so nervous right now.
888-994-4995. You
Can
know
you
what I
tell?
want to talk about?
No.
I want to promo stuff for you.
Oh, Jeff Greenberg.
I want to talk about Jeff Greenberg and promo stuff for you because as everyone is home restructuring their business and coming up with amazing creative ideas, he can help you with your branding.
That's right. That's a good idea. And Troy, I know you're in South Carolina. Take it easy, Troy.
And he wants to play with Teddy. I'm not
And
quite
he made
sure what
bread.
that means.
And he made bread. Troy, if you send me bread, I'll eat it on the air. How's that? He made bread. He must be like a bread maker. I know that Hector makes cookies, right? And Slick don't make nothing. All he does is eats all the bread, eats all the cookies.
He's a good sampler.
That's the name of the cop on the show, the Sampler, wasn't it?
Let's Google. Can you Google the Ronald McDonald police officer? When we come back from a commercial break, we'll let you know what it is. 888-994-4995, and we'll be right back.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422. At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
I have a question for you. We have a caller. And welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe Show on our final hour on this fabulous week that we've been having. There have been some fun, fabulous Florida love and a lot of things going on. We have a caller, though.
We do. We have Miss Mia on the line.
Hi, Mia. How you doing?
Hi. Hi, how are you guys?
We miss you. How are you doing?
I know, I've been good. I miss you guys too. I'm getting so bored now.
Oh, finally, the boredness has started to settle in.
We have to get our producers an Ethernet cord.
Day two.
She doesn't have an Ethernet cord?
She does not have an Ethernet cord.
Do you know what an Ethernet cord is?
No.
There you go. At least she's honest.
I have an HDMI cord. I told them that's the only cord I have.
Can you bring us an Ethernet cord, please, so we can share it with everyone? Because an Ethernet cord is not an HDMI cord. There's a lot of confusion.
Internet phone cords.
This would be Freddie's Ethernet cord. Thank you. And it is pink, so we know it's Freddie's. Would you like to do the explanations, please?
Now, let me tell you something. This is what an Ethernet cord looks like, Mia. I don't know if you're watching, but this is what it looks like. And one goes into your computer, and the other side goes into a router. Now, if you don't, do you have a Mac computer?
No, I don't.
You have an HP?
No, it's an Asus.
It's a what? An Acer?
Yeah.
An Acer is an HP, honey.
No, an Asus. A-S-U-S.
An Asus. All right, but it's not a Mac, so it's an HP.
The hell is an Asus?
It's another brand computer, I guess.
It's a brand, okay. But on the side of it, does it have a portal for an Ethernet or a USB-C or
a USB?
A USB.
Or a Thunderbolt.
If you have a portal that doesn't have one of these bad boys, you got to get a converter, and we can show you how to walk through with that.
And here's the funny thing: you and I are so old. How old are you? Is
I mean, you and I are so old.
Now we remember phone cords, right? A landline.
Yeah.
Where it plugs into the wall, and the cord looked like this.
You guys don't remember having a phone plugged into the wall? Mia, you don't remember having a phone plugged in the wall?
I do remember them. I remember listening in on everyone's calls from other rooms. Those were the days.
Those were the days.
Are you serious? She listens in on other people's.
But it's a cord that looks like that.
Well, I was only like 10
into.
years old when we had those.
When she was 10 years old, because she's only 12 now. So it was like 2 years ago. Do you know that there was a time, this is going back in the day, I know someone, and I'm not going to say who the person is, they had to go to the phone pole, climb up 6 feet with these hooks, and hit a box to be able to call out.
I heard the story, and I'm like thinking of Green Acres.
This is actually further back than even Green Acres. In the day, that's the way they used to make phone calls. So now they have phone boxes that are wireless, right? You can call anywhere in the world wireless, but back in the day, everything was attached. And that technology right now is still on the attachment because the Wi-Fi is
being
not strong.
Overused, right?
It's not strong enough. Yeah.
Mia, what have you been doing?
Trying to keep busy. I have all my online classes now, so it's actually been harder to do the online work than it is just to do the regular school work. And then just getting everything in order. Today I'm doing a spa day because I've been very stressed. So I actually have a face mask on right now and a hair mask, so it's probably good it's not a video.
Can you take a picture and send it to us, please?
I will.
That could be hilarious.
Just trying to keep my stress down, you know? Keep
What's
relaxed.
stressing you out about this?
Well, not working for this long. I would say really for me, though, it's just I don't want to get sick. I don't want the people I care about to get sick. That's what I'm worried the most about. I'm worried to leave my house. I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever leave my house after this. I might become a shut-in.
You know, I've been thinking about that people are going to be, at what point are they not going to be afraid to leave their homes anymore? Because you live with your dog. I know you don't live with your parents.
Yeah.
So you know you're safe because in your home you're not going anywhere, but people are still fearful of being sick even under quarantine.
That's right.
Yeah, it is true. I had to go to CVS today, and you could just, because I wanted to get a thermometer, and you could see, like, if you saw someone walking down an aisle, everyone's walking the opposite way, trying so hard not to go near each other. It's scary.
It's really causing a lot of panic. Not that it's unnecessary, but I think even it's a whole nother level of anxiety that I don't know what to do about it.
You know, it's funny watching Dawn have this conversation, Mia, because Dawn has just as much anxiety as you do, but her anxiety is a little bit different. She had to constantly be moving, you know, like a shark in the ocean. If a shark ever stopped swimming, it would drown.
When I finally stop, I go to sleep. When I actually sit down, they give me 10 minutes and I'm out.
But I noticed that when Mia was here, she's the opposite. She surveys the ground, and she's doing a lot of this movement.
She thinks a lot.
I can imagine this child, when she goes to sleep,
I do.
she'll stand there and she'll close her eyes. She could fall asleep standing up.
I think Mia thinks a lot, and she's always smiling, but she's always thinking.
Always?
Yes?
That's true.
She's always thinking.
She's always thinking. She's got so much going on.
I'm still smiling, but I'm an overthinker for sure.
We can't wait to get you back in here. We're actually a little sad because we're not sure what interns are going to be coming back once all this passes, because their classes are not going to be happening anymore and their credits. But we want you all to come back however we can get you back and when it's all safe, because we don't want you not to be here because school's over and we didn't get a chance to do what we needed to do.
Yeah, I was worried about that too. I definitely, if we're allowed to have internships over the summer, I would love to do it over the summer with or without the credit, just because I love it. But hopefully we could all start going outdoors once summer starts.
You are all always welcome back. And once we get your video up and running, I want to reopen Mia's Martini Bar. She said she can make an old fashioned, but I want to watch you make it.
Yeah, my friend left it here. It's actually my friend's stuff, but I have all the stuff to make old fashions. I even have the torch and a thing of wood to make smoked old fashions. It's pretty cool. That would be fun to make.
With wood?
Yeah, they smoke the glass.
Yeah, you burn the wood and you put the cup on it and it makes it smoky.
You've seen it when we were at Buddha Sky Bar.
Okay, maybe that's my idea of cooking.
I need to ask Mia, when people put the smoke in the glass, is it a flavoring thing or the smell of it? Why would you do that?
I actually just was asking someone about that the other day. I heard it's a little bit of both. It has a lot to do with you smelling it when you're taking a sip, but it does kind of change the taste a little bit too. It gives it just like, I don't know, like certain bourbons are supposed to have that smoky taste. It just adds to it.
Yeah, that's what I heard. You don't do it with wines, you do it with drinks. You do it
I like
with
when you what's the one where you smack them in? Oh, that was the mojito.
Mojito.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite drink, Mia?
Oh, I love mojitos. They never come out as good at home.
I don't think Mia has a favorite. I think she says, oh, I love this and I love that.
She is the best bartender, though. I have to say.
No. She's a dangerous bartender.
Yeah, I know. We are missing
She does
Mia
8 fingers. 8 fingers a day. That's a whole lot of booze, baby.
Now, the restaurant you worked for, are they totally closed or are they doing takeout?
My job is totally closed. We were like the last bar to close, though. They kept us open until the last minute, and then now we're not even open for takeout.
And when did you stop working there?
Last Monday was my last day, but they were still open during the week. I was supposed to work Friday, and then Friday morning they called us and said, never mind, because the CDC shut down everywhere in Delray for bars and restaurants.
Have you heard anything, because you worked with a big restaurant company, on what they're doing and how they're sustaining things?
I have no clue. I've noticed just from like going out, I've noticed a lot of like, if you get takeout in places, I've noticed like places are serving alcohol and stuff, and I realized like to go you could get alcohol right now, and it has to do with people are trying to keep their restaurants afloat, and since liquor sales are such a big part of it, they're letting people sell alcohol to try and keep themselves open. I saw a lot of places are doing like free delivery. I've seen a few places doing like if you order to go, you get a free bottle of wine, or buy one get one free on the alcohol, because they're just trying to keep their sales up.
A martini to go. Imagine going through a drive-thru and getting a martini to go. That's kind of cool.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I went somewhere the other day for Mexican, and they were doing margaritas to go. I'm like, that doesn't seem safe, but...
No drinking and driving, but you can take the margarita to go.
What was the name of that drink that we were sending the picture of? The
Corona Curacao with rum?
No. It was a
Quarantini.
Quarantini. The Quarantini. We just got to get an ingredient for it. Now, Mia, we have a rum company, Gubba, that wants to do things with rum. And next week we're going to be in contact with him, and we'll hook you up with the Gubba rum, which happens to be a fantastic flavored rum. And we want to push a little bit of that out.
A lot to come, Mia.
Flavored rums are good for mojitos. Yeah, those are good to make mojitos. I could do that from home if I get my hands on some rum.
Yeah, well, we're going to make sure you use one hand, because you're a little heavy with the pour. They said I got a heavy hand. This chick is like, forget about it.
Mia, how far do you live from the studio?
I'm really close. Right now, it would probably take me 5 minutes to get there.
Well, maybe we can leave an Ethernet cord outside for any of our producers that want them.
Sure.
We'll let us know when. So you guys can come by, pick up an Ethernet cord, plug it in, and this way we can at least see you on video. We've got a couple of...
that would be awesome.
So
I could definitely do that. I'm actually driving that way in a couple of hours.
Okay, I think we have one left here, no?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, you can come by and pick it up, hon.
We're going to be here, and people don't come in the door, but that would be great. At least we can get you connected.
We pass it through the mail slot.
That's a good idea.
No, it won't fit. Well, maybe it will fit.
Did you see there was someone that was having her hair blown out through the mail slot?
I saw that. That was funny. I thought that was you.
Well, I'm thinking, because...
You're going to have your hair done through the slot?
I'm thinking that, at a certain point in time, I'm going to need my hair colored, and that's not happening right now. It's a non-essential.
Oh, hold on a second. Do you have gray hair?
I probably do, because yes, I am now 53.
You mean to tell me that if you don't color your hair to come out gray?
I don't know.
I don't want you to color it. Let's see what happens.
But me, I'm thinking I could do a fun color, like pink, and then I'd be like my mom.
Purple.
And I'd be like my mom.
Yeah, they do sell all that at the store. I actually dye my own hair all the time, so I'll probably be doing that in the next month as well.
You dye your hair too?
I dye my own. Yeah, I dye it at the salon, and then in between going to the salon, I dye it myself.
That might be happening.
I didn't know she'd dye her hair.
Last time I did that, it looked like a crime scene in my bathroom.
Who, you?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do it if I were.
Because I used to do eggplant color. So you know what that looks like?
An eggplant, that's purplish.
It's like reddish purple. It was all over the bathroom. It did not look so good. So it might be happening in the shower.
Hey, Teddy, do you color your hair too? Wow, I thought her hair. Forget about it. You need like a truck.
And Mia too. They got a lot of hair.
They got a lot of hair. Mia and Teddy, if you put their hairs together, you'll have the biggest diamond ever done by Dignity Memorial. It'll be bigger than, it'll be a 60-pound diamond.
I'm excited. We can get Mia an Ethernet cord, so we'll get to see her. Slick, do you have an Ethernet cord at home?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is that?
Just seeing who has an Ethernet cord.
Did you catch Slick's new show and Teddy's new show, Mia?
I caught Teddy's show, yeah.
I would like to do a show for a lot of our producers.
I love the setup for that.
Now, the funny thing is, before this hit, I had all our producers put a commercial together. You guys remember this?
Yes.
For 2020. And the reason I did that was because I was going to spring on them, okay, You take 9, you take 9:30. I was going to put them on the air, make them all work with one another to change the set.
Do we still have their commercials?
Yeah.
We should be playing them.
No, but we should. We have them over there. But this was the whole landscape until this came forward. I was going to put them on there. So when Jordan was around, and I have different names for Jordan, I said that he should do a commercial with, let's do it again, because he's hilarious.
He's so
he should do
funny.
a comedy show just by himself. He's funny.
He's really
Mia could be the lady with the fingers that does the drinking and the this and the that.
a bar. I know, absolutely.
There's a drink, Mia, where you slam a glass down on the table. What's that called?
Slammer.
I'm thinking of a bunch of stuff. There's like Irish car bomb. There's sake bomb.
They all sound
Are you
good to me
talking
right
about
now.
sake bomb?
Now the sake bomb is on the stick.
Yeah, you have it on the stick and you have to bang on the table for it to fall in.
Yep, sake bombs I used to drink in the day. I'm going to tell you, you guys think you know it all. Sake bombs go back to when I was 25. We used to put it on 2 sticks, slap that table, and it falls into the beer. And then you have to drink it down.
Really?
You never had a sake bomb?
I've been afraid to combine. You know, you shouldn't really mix alcohol. The sake and beer, I don't know so much.
I'm going to tell you. You know, sake
They're
is
so
a very
good.
strange
But
liquor.
they're fun.
I love sake.
Rice sake, you drink it?
Hot.
Do sake bomb.
Have you ever had hot sake?
Yeah.
Or only cold sake?
Oh, hot.
I sake you. I need lunch, is all I can tell you. All right, Mia, thank you so much. Come on by. We'll get you an Ethernet cord. We'll slide it through the mail slot for you in a bag.
Yeah, thank you guys. Nice talking to you. I miss you guys.
We miss you too. Anytime you want to come back, once it's all safe, our doors are always open. Whether it's for credit or not, we're going to find a way to make this work.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Love you, honey.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I mean, it's funny because I told Teddy and Mia, Jackie Birch, all of these.
I wonder how Jackie's doing.
I don't know. We have to reach out to her, but all of them, I had them lined up because I want them to do interviews. So you send them out, and the mini, which Teddy and Slick have done. You know it works, so you take one of them, and they go and they do the interviews on the road and everything else. There was a whole plan. I had in this head things that would scare you.
Well, you know what? We're going to do it again.
No, we're gonna get it done.
Do it again.
Let's do it again.
Let's do it again. Let's go to commercial break again, Teddy. 888-994-4995. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Sometimes you need to shake things up a bit, to be a little adventurous, to make your meals pop. Don Pablo Coffee Growers and Roasters has that special ingredient, that little bit of adventure in a bottle to take your dinner to the next level. So take a leap and try one of Don Pablo's fresh roasted specialty coffee meat rubs on your beef, chicken, or pork. You'll never go back to boring again. Go ahead, rub it on your meat.
Kids for Kids Ministry. The vision is to see children in Haiti emerge from extreme poverty into an extraordinary destiny in Christ. The problem is the orphans in Haiti lack clean water to drink and food sustainability. These children need art-integrated education, medical needs, shoes, clothes, a lunch program, and teacher salary aid. The mission is to sponsor local leaders in Haiti to support them in the care of orphans and vulnerable children. In January of 2020, Kids for Kids traveled to Haiti to visit the orphans at their home and at their school. The school has now grown to 30 children attending daily classes, but there are many things to improve upon. To help us or to donate, contact Patty Paget at Kids for Kids Ministry, 561-876-9333. 1710. That's Kids for Kids Ministry at 561-876-1710.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Happy Friday to you. Let me just put something out there. And if any of your family members are watching or listening, I'd like for them to kind of chime in here.
Yes.
Because you put out a thing. You put out a suggestion to our producers to work
I
from
put
home.
out a thing.
A suggestion, an activity, an assignment, a task, for all of those better words.
I put out a request.
You put out a request without a parameter of be creative. So they
Not
come back,
without a parameter, with a parameter.
what was your parameter? Be creative.
Be creative.
All right, so they came back and you say, it's wrong. Well, it's only wrong in your mind because you told them to be creative. So you need to be more specific of what you want or what you don't want. Does that make sense?
It does, because you're twisting the truth.
It's not the truth.
You're twisting
it's
the
a
truth.
thing.
You're doing the Dawn. You are actually taking something and you're finding how to twist it to put it back on me because you don't want me to put it on them.
No, not at all. It's just being clear in what you're looking for.
Okay.
It's a communication.
If I was clear in what I was looking for, I would tell you this is what I'm looking for. That's not what I did. I have a new idea, and I have a lot of these every day. I'm sorry, but the network is the name of what I'm looking to do. It's called a network. And it's brought to you by AMP Media Communications, which is very similar to ABC, NBC, and CBS. It's AMC.
What we did, we combined AMP TV and New Dawn Media. Your chocolate mint my peanut butter. We've got AMP Media Communications.
And that's what it is. So that is the housing, which my son made me understand. That is the housing to the networking room. Brought to you by, the network brought to you by, so it goes in there.
So you want a logo.
So what I'm looking for, number one, is a commercial to let the world know we're coming. And there's a logo that Teddy's working on, but the commercial can incorporate the logo or not. Or once you have the commercial, you can always incorporate the video or the commercial on the spot. So all of that is a request because I want them to come out of the box and give me their ideas. Not what I want, what I want. It's not about what I want. It's about what you bring.
But we have a special caller. Fantastic.
What's the little phone sign?
Don't worry. Give her a second.
Oh, you gotta give something? So I talked to Slick today, who I want him to head up the communications, because Slick was involved in something very similar back whenever, except they had no communication, so it was like put it all over the place. So we're trying to head that off and have communication come through one individual that does the network. So before you say, I didn't give specific instructions, I did. And now you have a caller.
Who do we have on the line? Hi, caller.
No, you have me, JoJo, I think.
Hi, JoJo. Well, you're a caller. Look who's on the phone.
What do you mean, no, you have me? What the hell's wrong with you?
What's going on, you guys?
We were actually just talking about you this morning on the 9 a.m. See, that's how the universe works.
I knew you were going to say this.
JoJo, I said on the 9 a.m. show, I said it's too early that JoJo's not watching, but I watched Freddie put on his lavalier mic, and I said to him, look how far you've come. And he says, why? I said, do you remember when JoJo used to call in and say, Freddie, stop wrapping the headphone around your left ear, at least move it to your right ear. And now, no.
Do you remember when I used to run the soundboard? You've come a long way.
Right? And I said, imagine if JoJo were watching. Yes.
You remember when JoJo used to run the board?
Yeah.
JoJo, you still remember how to do boards?
Do I what? I still know how to run it, I think. I don't know. You got so much new technology. Who knows?
I know. I remember JoJo was the first OG.
Isn't that funny? I called it, and there she is.
It's Connecticut and then JoJo. And how are you feeling, JoJo?
I feel great. I still got a little cut in my head, but I survived a major brain bleed, only to come back on the show when this whole thing is done.
We're going to bring you back. We want to know how you're getting through all of this.
Better living through wine? Tequila? How's everyone else getting through it? Well, here's what I say. Living on the beach, I exercise every morning and I sit in the sun. I'll be a size 2 looking like Donna Summer by the time this is over.
Wow. She's going to be a size 2 looking like Donna Summers?
I'll be a size 2
Donna
with
Summers?
a beautiful tan.
Has it changed your perspective?
Well, she was. I have to wear a hat, though, to cover the cut on my head.
The cut, that would be a surgical incision. I mean, you had major things done.
I did. I could send you a picture of it. It's not pretty, but it's getting better.
But you're getting better.
And thank God my hair covers it. It'll be a huge scar, but my hair does cover it.
If not, just wear the wig you made me wear.
I may have to. But you know what I call the bump on my head? I call it my Chardonnay shiner. Don't have a cocktail and walk in broken asphalt and you'll be fine.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, I was leaving a restaurant with my girlfriend and one of her business partners, and the concrete was all broken and the asphalt, and my heel got stuck. I landed right on my head, and I woke up in intensive care, and I was there for 14 days.
The fall is what caused the bleed? It wasn't vice versa?
No, it was not. They thought it might have been an aneurysm. So they went through my groin, through my carotid artery into my brain, and they found no aneurysm. They did it twice just to be sure. So don't hit your head. That's the only advice I can give you guys.
Wow, thank goodness you're okay. And has all of this changed your perspective? Because we went from that to the coronavirus. You run a hotel, you run restaurants. How are you dealing with all these changes?
You know, staying home is good. I am getting a little cabin fever. I feel great. It gave me a new perspective on life to realize what's important and what's not. Like things I used to get mad at, I don't get mad anymore because it's really minimal. It means nothing. Now I'm dealing with my dog issue, as you know, Dawn. I think I told you both.
Yeah.
So we're going to deal with that. But you know what? Every day you wake up, it's a new day, and I cannot wait for this all to be over like everybody else.
We can't wait to see you again when you're feeling up to it.
I feel up to it now. But we don't have as much virus up here as you guys do down there, so I'm a little
scared. I was going to ask you, what's going on up there?
I think we have about 9 cases, but I think it's only because we're not doing as much testing here as you're doing down in the Palm Beach area. You know, who knows?
Doing a lot of testing down here.
Who knows?
Sure.
It's a big difference. And the numbers will spike when you do a lot of tests. They open up the state. It's a lot of tests. So the numbers are there. You know, the real number is the death and how many people are affected. And Jojo, you have to be careful because you just had surgery, so you know your immune system
I have
is
to be
compromised. Yeah.
But I'm so glad to hear it was not an aneurysm, Jojo.
What concerns me is we're allowing all these people to come into Florida because their states are shut down. What's your take on that? I don't really think that should be happening, but that's my personal opinion.
You know, controversial. The problem is the airline industry in this country. It's a backbone. It's like the car industry. And Trump, I understand the way he's talking, he's being very careful. Yeah. And if you shut down the airline industry, you're going to have a different problem. And, you know, you want to be able to go back to having a society that comes and goes. What I would do is put a temporary ban, maybe for the weekend, of flights. It's 139 flights a day.
Wow.
Cut it down to maybe 10 flights a day. You shouldn't be flying from New York anyway, right?
Right.
No, you shouldn't. But do you think these people will really self-quarantine?
No.
That come into our state?
Not at all.
That's my concern.
Not at all.
If they would do that, we'd be fine.
If everybody were to follow the rules, we wouldn't have a problem. The problem we're having is that the government knows nobody's going to follow the rules. And that's why...
I laugh. My brother in California, he's been under lockdown now for, 10 days in California? And he said to me, Jojo, be careful. Florida is like the perfect storm because they're allowing everyone to come in.
Well, it doesn't affect you, Jojo, if you stay in your house. That's number one. Number two.
I know, but I get cabin fever real easy. You guys know me.
Yeah, but you know what? Learn how to play checkers by yourself. You run around the table twice, and then you move the other side.
Yeah, but so everyone's in their home for 2 weeks, and our numbers decline. We continue to let people in that have it, and what? our economy, our people that have been doing the prudent thing are affected because those who aren't being prudent are coming in.
So what do you think is going to happen the moment you shut down the airports?
I agree with Dawn.
Then
I agree with
can't
Dawn
come
is
in.
saying.
What do you think is going to happen? The panic you're going to set. We just talked about this.
I understand that, but at some point, it's like when the whole class is good and you've got one bad kid that you can't control, the whole class gets punished. It's the same thing.
Well, I saw in the news this morning where they had the admiral, that's running, he's a black gentleman that's running the medical side of this thing. And they asked him, because last week he said it's going to get worse for you this week than last week. And all hell broke loose this way. And CBS, that lady on CBS, man, she was unfreaking merciful on him. I want to know, how's it going to be this week? So he says that this week should be better for certain parts of the country. But he also announced Louisiana is going to have a bad week. Why? 2 weeks ago, Mardi Gras, did you see the pictures?
Oh my gosh, you couldn't even walk.
So what do you think is going to happen in the next 2 weeks?
Well, what about all those people that then came here and that are coming here?
But what are you going to do? You're going to put everybody to stay away? What are you going to do?
Yes. Our governor should close our state down until it levels out.
So then you want complete lockdown in the state? No, nothing in, nothing out?
I'm not saying, I don't know if we can do complete lockdown, but I think it's got to be a little bit better than
So
what they're doing.
well, what are you going to do? You're going to lock the airports down? You're
Maybe a
already done it
little
with the
stricter,
restaurants?
Dawn, maybe a little stricter guidelines.
Okay, so the next level, in Boca this weekend, we're on lockdown. This weekend. They don't want to see nobody in the streets.
Flights coming into Fort Lauderdale and Palm Beach County.
They should lock them down.
That's the
That's
thing.
what I said. Lock them down for the weekend. Lock it all down for the weekend.
Put them somewhere for 14 days and make sure they're okay. Then let
Well,
them
that's the other
run all
thing.
over Florida as they choose.
Well, that's the other thing. Aren't they isolating you for 14? Oh, no. You know what they say? Go isolate yourself for 14 days, right?
They're recommending, right?
They're recommending. Go home and who does that?
But they're only saying that if you're hearing from Florida. If you're coming in from another state, you're not getting the Florida news. You don't know. Just
They
like
tell
you said
you
to
at
me,
the
And if
airport.
you're coming from another
9/11
state,
Florida
you're coming
They
on
tell you at the
vacation.
airport.
You're not
They're supposed
locking
to.
down.
No, they tell you at the airport. Now, the problem I'm having here is, let's say JoJo's been locked up for 2 weeks. Right?
Yes.
She's on lockdown for 2 weeks.
JoJo's on lockup for 2 weeks.
Wait, hold on. Could you imagine that, me and the lockdown?
But let's assume she's locked down for 2 weeks. And next week is the end of that cycle. JoJo still can't go out.
That's what I'm saying.
But this is what I'm saying. You put a number of 2 weeks. It doesn't mean that you can go out, right? So it isn't about 2 weeks. It's about lockdown as much as possible.
Until when?
Until we can find
Until
a
another
way
person
of
comes in from another state
But
and
then,
they
Dawn,
expose
then
everyone?
what you're saying is you better expose. Like Britain tried that, right? The UK tried that, and then people started dropping dead by the groves. So now
No,
they
I'm not
went to
saying
this
you
other.
should expose. I'm saying we need more stringent guidelines on letting people in.
Okay, but
I
there are
agree with
people
Dawn.
here already.
Okay, let's deal with the people here. But if you keep opening up the dam, more water's going to come in.
So we're going to start all over again for the next 2 weeks?
The more people you let in, the more it continues here.
And how are people going to survive for the next 2 weeks after you just shut them down for 2 weeks?
I'm not shutting them
We're
down.
not. If they keep letting
No,
people
we
in, no
have
one's gonna
technically
survive.
been asked to shut down for 2
Okay,
weeks.
2 weeks.
So now you want another 2 weeks.
But what if day 15, you let more people in? Then you got another 2 weeks. If we have to stop the
She's right.
bleeding. You got to put a bandage on it to
Okay,
stop.
so let's
You
say
need a tourniquet.
let's say that nobody comes in for 2 weeks. Are you ever going to open the airports again?
Yes.
Okay, so in 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
Okay, because maybe in 2 weeks they've all incubated where they needed to incubate.
Maybe they haven't. So you open the airports, and in 2 weeks, when you open the airports, you're going to be back in the soup.
But by then we'll have a lot more control over it.
How?
Because they'll have incubated where they are.
Incubated where they are.
They incubate
If I get the virus today and I fly to New York, I'm starting a new incubation. The problem is that the virus is what's going to dictate our actions, not the other way around. We're trying to isolate ourselves and we're trying to shut everything. The virus don't have a brain. It doesn't care. So you got to watch the spikes and the falls.
God cares.
And we're back to that.
But we're
She
going to
always goes
continue to spike if we don't. I love calling you guys. I made you two argue. That's very good. But I do believe what Dawn's saying. I knew I'm good for one good fight, but I believe what Dawn's saying. Dawn, throw a duck at him and hit him with your wand.
I know, right? We're so much more streamlined now. I've got no ducks. I got nothing to throw at you.
Well, the bottom line here is that stay at home. Now, I applaud. Georgia had an accident, which sort of made it mandatory for her to stay home. Maybe we do is we clunk everybody in the head, and then you're staying home. You have to stay home.
Everyone got clunked on the head.
No, you don't want to go through what I went through, believe me. You don't.
Now, let me ask you a different question. What do you do with seniors? After 2 weeks, it's okay to have people come and visit them?
No, their senior centers are going to be shut down. The senior centers are going to be shut down for a long time.
The problem is there is no answer to this.
There's no answer.
None. And do we stop wearing gloves and masks and cleaning? How long are you going to be cleaning? For the next 20 years?
At least for a couple months.
Let me ask you both. When do you think this is going to end the way that we're going? Just an opinion. How long do you think this is going to go on?
I think all we can do is look at the history of the other countries and see how long it's been until they start opening up.
Well, China's already allegedly started to open up.
So it was 2 months for China.
2 months.
We've been doing this for about a month. 3 weeks. We really have.
Yeah.
So we're almost at a month. So I'm hoping, I'm thinking Cinco de Mayo.
But all of a sudden we are numero uno in the world. So now everybody follows to see what's happening here. When China was numero uno, we sort of watched what was happening there. Now look at China, look at us, and look at Italy. And look at Spain. I mean, people, because Italy is the oldest community in Europe, the oldest. They have the most seniors in the world. They're dropping like flies.
That's right.
They're dropping like flies. Because, I mean, the sad fact of this thing is they're sending people home because there's nothing they can do. They don't know how to treat this. In Washington, in Seattle, whenever it first came in, the doctors got sick. Everybody got sick because they thought it was pneumonia. They didn't know about this stupid virus. So they're treating it like pneumonia, getting infected, sending people home, and the pandemic started from there. That's really where it came out of. That's where it's gone across the country. If you go to China, New York, and you die in Boca, a doctor, right? That's what you just told me. Come on, are you serious? What do you think is going to happen? If you're clustered in a room of 100 people in a stadium watching a concert and one person gets it, guess what? Depending on how many people that person touched and's been around, they're all going to get infected.
But I'd like to see the data on, not the cases. I want to see the data on hospitalizations and deaths. Because you know what? A lot of people get things, and there have been people that are carriers. There are people that are walking around with it. There are people that to them it's like a cold, thankfully, right? So it's not the amount of cases, it's the severity of the cases that I want to see. Not that we're the number, like look at Italy. Let's look. They've had how many deaths? Thank goodness we have not had that.
And they have been locked down. But before that, they weren't. And
so are we the leader in cases? Maybe because we're the leader in testing.
As of yesterday, we were number one.
But look how many we've tested. I heard in New Rochelle, you can go to a park. It's a drive-through. Chelsea's friend lives there. Her family is there. You go to a park, they swab your nose, and you drive home.
New Rochelle was the first city in America that shut down for 3-mile radius. Everything was shut down.
That was
planes,
like a movie.
trains,
a man comes in from Italy. He goes to a bar mitzvah. He exposes 1,000 people at a bar mitzvah. 100 people get it, and it passes through this community. That is a movie.
That is a movie, and they shut down. But now their numbers are down. All of a sudden, they bit the bullet.
They shut down a month ago.
Yes, and what's going to end up happening here? I mean, look, the kids did a show, JoJo, where that kid went to Ohio and now he's begging for forgiveness because he was stupid and said something stupid on the air. I don't care if I get people sick. Nobody's going to stop me from having my spring break. Really? And then you're going to ask me...
That's ridiculous.
But then you're going to ask me to shut down the airports. When you have bugaloos like this guy, it makes no difference what you do. This guy's out for himself. Really?
You know, I mean, where are these kids' parents? Like, Dawn, your daughter's in college, out of college. If your daughter said to you, I'm going to go here, you wouldn't allow her. You're still a parent.
No, and I actually had this conversation with one of our hosts, with Jordana Foster, probably a month ago when she was here. And her son was on spring break and going to Costa Rica. And she said, okay, he's staying at somebody's home. And she said, all right, you can go. She says, how can I keep him from living his life and not going? I'd like to know now, though, after all of this, what her take would be. Is it the same or not? We're going to ask her tonight,
We're going to ask her tonight. There's a lot of things. Look at the NBA basketball player who made fun of the virus, and he did an interview. Then he touched all the phones and all the microphones in the room, and he was the very first. Guess what? He got his gift. He was the first NBA player that had the virus. Okay? I mean,
Do you guys know anybody that has it?
I know of. I don't know personally. We do. Lonnie Sabanson, her husband.
Yes.
And apparently there's a lot of false negatives out there also.
Well, that's a different problem.
Exactly.
Would the testing be, would the numbers be higher?
The other problem I have, there's a lot of people that went and got tested and because they had a cold or allergies. I have allergies. I have been through a box of Kleenex that has 1,000 sheets. Linda has been about this much. I went through it because I blow my nose hard to get this stuff out. Then I got to wash my hands, which are...
Well, I'm glad I didn't come see you. I would have left immediately.
But it's an allergy. No, there's something here that we're taking that seems to be working for us. We have been together for 3 weeks.
More.
The four of us?
More than that, yeah.
More, 3 or 4 weeks?
Yeah.
We have been together, and we go from here home, except for Slick, who goes to go pack boxes and sort boxes. But he's been a little bit off. But we are very careful about, we don't have anybody coming in. I go to the radio station, and I look like Dr. Kilpatient with the scrubbing down and everything else. But the bottom line is that we are being very careful. And I'm the one of all these people that are probably more susceptible because of my diabetes. My son calls me every morning and says, stop. So I'm going to hunker. I look forward to hunkering down this weekend.
Me too, actually.
I think I need it. I think I need a JoJo moment.
But you know what, JoJo? And we're always on JoJo on the go-go. Always on the go. You're always on the go. We're always on the go. On the weekends, I'm always on the go. Like everyone else who works full time. You're getting your errands done. You're doing your hair, your nails, the groceries, the cleaners, the gas, Target, everything you're doing. Not doing that this week. You know what? I'm actually looking forward to not doing it, not getting dressed and going out for dinner.
Don't do nothing.
What color my hair is going to be when I see you guys?
Can't wait.
I got gray, I got blonde, I got red, I got brown.
As long as you got hair and you're not bald, you're good to go.
I'm not bald.
Like I said, as long as you got hair.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of seeing what we can get done.
You know, it's really funny, JoJo. People ask me, you know, Freddie, why are you doing the 9 o'clock show now? Why? And you know something?
Because you're waiting for me to come down and do it. That's
well, no, I mean we're trying to tell people, panic is okay, but don't let it scare you to death.
Right.
Don't let it shut you down mentally, physically, the whole 9 yards. I don't know if you heard about Steve-O and his wife. She has breast cancer. It's another thing they're going through right now. Another scary thing, and then he lost his dog yesterday. The dog died. So you talk about being double whammy. I know that you have a problem with your dog. There are things going on around us, and we're just trying to tell people to just stay calm. We know anxiety exists. We know that everybody doesn't want to be cooped up. I got Freddie's wife who's 6 months pregnant, right? 6.5, 7 months pregnant.
Oh my goodness.
Deep concern for me. Deep concern because she's going to have to give birth during this stuff. And I'm worried about that. I haven't seen them, and I don't want to see them. I don't want them to come over. None of that. I just want to make sure that they're okay in their own environment. So.
I think we might have a call. I don't know. Someone's texting me that they're on the phone.
Who's on the phone?
Teddy, do we have another caller?
All right, I'll let you guys go. I love you guys. Please stay safe, and I'll see you soon.
Thanks, JoJo.
Thank you,
good,
JoJo.
honey.
I don't have anybody on the phone.
Felice texted me, minking that she's on hold.
She's calling the wrong place.
Did we put anyone on hold, Teddy?
Please call back. Either I don't have her on anymore, so it may have cut her off.
All right, Felice, give us a call back, 888-994-4995.
So how do you feel the last 3 or 4 weeks, the accomplishment is trying to keep people calm? How do you feel that's worked out?
Keeping people calm. I don't know if we've kept people calm. I think we've disseminated information. I think we've done the best we can do to share what we can share. I'm hoping we give all the information because I can tell you when that doctor passed away yesterday in the initial article, horrible, terrible doctor from Northwest Broward Hospital passed away. It put everyone into a panic because all the information was not put into that first article. It put the healthcare system on panic. It put the doctors, I know firsthand, put a lot of social workers, nurses in a panic that this happened in our community. it failed to give some of the pertinent information until today. And I think shame on the media that's not giving out all the information at once. That's not information that needs to be given dose by dose. When something like that happens in the community, people want to know, does it lessen what it is? Absolutely not. But if they had given that information that he had traveled to China and then traveled to New York and then come back here, I think that would have put our healthcare system at a little bit more ease, saying, you know what? We are doing the best we can. We did not expose one of our physicians to anything, nor did they expose the patients to it. Just coming from the home that I live in, I think where you are, I know Leslie Carmen, the same thing. If you're in the media, I think we have an obligation to share as much truthful information as we can.
At least accurate information.
Truthful, accurate, right.
If you're going to give a story, make sure you have both sides covered. It's funny because when I used to be in the newspaper business, they used to say to me, if you don't give all the facts, don't print the story. Today, nowadays, it looks like anything grandeur, anything that has drama to it, they put it out there, and it's not smart business right now.
But I got to tell you, I don't think I've gotten through one show in the past couple of weeks without tearing up.
I know, I can feel it.
Because and here it goes again, and actually Chuck was watching the news today, and he said, and she's crying on set. I said, you don't know what it's like to continue to share this information and feel what's going on. And we blessed by the grace of God to be here, thank goodness still, to share the information and bring in callers from our community that everyone knows. Because you know, maybe they can't get out to some of the local TV stations. Maybe the TV stations aren't responding to everyone, but we are community based, and that is why we're here. And we continue to be here and serve as the best way we can. Our interns and our producers, oh my gosh, what these kids must be going through because they're not going home. Mia, who's living here, and I think she lives with her, I don't know.
Dimitri, Chicago.
Dimitri went back home. She lives with her dog, and she's scared these kids that are living on their jobs to go to school, and now they're not making that money, and the thought of going through these applications on their own. And to think that we don't want them back here because their internship is over. Absolutely not true. Our doors are always open to all of our producers and interns to come back, whether it be for credit or not. We're here as a learning vehicle for you.
That's right. No matter what happens, this is ground zero for all of you. Anything happens, anything comes down, you come straight here. And from here, we'll figure out what to do. So this is always ground zero, but that's a good point. I know that millennials that I've been talking to, they think that the new norm is never to have a happy life, man. That's what's sad. It's really sad.
But life changes, right? And just think, by the time your grandsons grow up, it's going to be a whole lot different.
It is. I'm going to tell you, my father says whenever a problem came up, you got to work your way out of it. And this is no different. You got to make it till you break it. You got to keep going. And you know what? It isn't easy for us either, because we get a bombardment of information and we're trying to figure out which is the right information, which is the wrong information. We're trying to keep a happy face. Listen, we have friends out there whose wives have cancer. If you don't think that gentleman that was at Covenant, oops, I used the name, that was at the senior home talking to his wife through a window, and they showed some of it on the other places in the news, and he's talking to his 80-year-old wife, and he can't be with her because they're trying to protect her and him. So they let him go up to the window through a screen. That just hurts.
They're calling my father-in-law. They use FaceTime now to call my father-in-law.
It's just a very powerful message. And what we want people to understand is that we do feel. We're trying to bring some levity to it. We're trying to give you a different perspective on it. There's an article that came out today about the stimulus program. I don't even know if it was passed. We're going to find out when we get off the air. And for unemployment, 2 different programs. Read the article. And as soon as they get the unemployment website back up, 9 out of 10 of you can apply, and you'll get some monies that way, because you know that the next thing is, what are you going to do for money? How are you going to pay rent and everything else for the new month?
Everything's going to change. Everything's going to change. But I know I always go back to God, but it is. In my book, for me, always go back to God and faith. And as we go into the weekend, whatever religion or you believe in, you know what? It's time to pray a little bit more, to thank the good God for what you still have, the blessings that you have. Because you know what? There's something for everybody out there.
There is. And
look through the facts. You know what? Turn the news off and enjoy time with your family.
Take a little downtime.
Enjoy time with your pets, with your dogs, whatever it is. Put on a face mask, put on a hair mask, do some self-care, sit outside, do some meditation, something you haven't done. I'm actually going to try and learn to write a grant this weekend. I'll let you know Monday how that goes. But I can find anything on YouTube.
Anything. You could Google it all day long. Play games on your phones if you love your phone. You know what? You got pets, hug your pets. Just do something for yourself this weekend.
We got shows tonight, which I'm really excited about.
Yes,
the Florida Love Show is going to be on today at 3 o'clock with Kenny Love and I believe Cantor Sharon. I think we're running, I don't know what we're running.
We're running last week's show.
Last week's show again because it was absolutely fantastic. Also with Michelle from VB20 was on the Florida Love Show. It's the Love Show, the Love Hour before happy hour. So tune in at 3 o'clock for that. At 4:30 we have the Momentum Mindset Show, which has been a spectacular show for years with Janine Davis and Jay Farrow of the Farrow Law Firm about how they're getting through their week, and they're doing it remotely from their respective homes in South Florida. And then followed by The Verdict, which is on WNN Radio tonight. Verdict TV, let's see what's going on in the legal world. Broward County courthouses, I heard, were shut down. I heard there were some Maine Palm Beach County courthouses that were opening today for limited hours to get emergency cases and filings out. We'll find out more how that's changing.
Well, they're also using the
Zoom,
the same program that we use. They're using it now. Sarah's been working. They're listening to cases. And Pam Polani, remember we had her on yesterday. Yeah. Actually, there is a law firm that is meeting people in the parking lot. Again, I don't highly suggest this, and they're signing documents in the parking lot to get it done. So I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah, we've talked this week about just being prepared. Dignity Memorial. Is it a happy topic? Absolutely not. Is there a 100% mortality rate every place? 100%. If whether it be now, later, God willing, it's in many, many decades from now. But it's about getting prepared. Dignity Memorial. You can contact Wayne at Dignity Southeast Florida. You can find that on Facebook. Pam Polani, an estate lawyer. She's working with that. People are working with the states. Foreclosures. We had Ian Berkowitz on this week who talked about the stimulus
We're going to bring
package.
him back next week.
Bring him back on next week. I mean, so many things. Leslie Carmen and Healing Moments. So many great opportunities within our community to share. And it's always a message of hope. I hope we have done that service this week.
Well, next week we are going to start ramping up the things we need to do to get back into the stream of things. How to apply for unemployment. The websites, all of that information. We'll have Ian. You're going to be able to text him or write to him to get more information. We'll have Pam on to get your documentation. We'll have Dignity to get that other side of the story as well. Next week, we begin a new process of healing and getting back. Are there going to be cases? Yes. Are there going to be deaths? Yes. We just don't want you to be one of them. The bottom line here is that we are all in this together. Where's my banner?
And you know what?
Anybody got my banner? That was the cue.
And there it is.
And there it is. We are all in this together. Our people put that together. That's the banner that we're going to be displaying all over the place, because it isn't about you getting through it. It's about us getting through it.
Amen to that. We're all in this together. Stay inside, save a life.
There you go.
Nice job.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
I think that comes as courtesy of the animator.
That's right. Stay inside and save your life. And again, we're just giving friendly reminders. We're giving you things to do, things to think about. I wanted to talk about feed the
first responders.
The first responders, which has a thing going on with it, but my brain is fried. We'll get back into that next week.
A lot to come.
First responders, thank you for your service. We love you. Keep up the good fight. We know you're tired. We know you're tired. Promise, we're going to try to do everything we can to help them out as much as we can.
You know what? As Kenny Love says, tell someone you love them. Somebody you have never said that before. You know what? Out of your heart, make someone's day. Say you love them. Have a smile. Teddy, Slick, all of our producers, we love you. Freddie, love you. Only the best weekend for everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy, and please be extra kind to each other. And we will see you Monday, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.